So are you looking for some killer law of attraction books that are going to inspire, that are going to give you a ton of processes and things to think about so that you can live the dream life that you've been wanting to manifest for so long? Well, here are my top 5 books that have really changed my life and have really helped me get to the place where I am today, living the dream life that I live right this very moment. All right, if you're watching this, you want 5 books that are going to change your life. So here are my top 5 law of attraction books, teachers, etc. that really made an impact on my entire life. Open me up to gratitude, help me live the joyful, happy life that I'm living right now. So anyways, number 1, Ask and It Is Given. Esther and Jerry Hicks. So this is, if you've not read this book, which I'm sure those of you who are looking at this have, because it's like the Bible for law of attraction. It is an amazing book from Abraham, channeled through Esther, Hicks, and it explains the ins and outs of the law of attraction. It gives us 22 different processes to help us get into that space of receiving, of allowing the good that we deserve, the good that we've asked for into our lives. It's an amazing book. It transformed my life, and that's number 1. Number 2 is, it's kind of a toss-up, but it really is The Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East by Baird T. Spalding. This book was written in like the late 1800s. Baird T. Spalding recorded his experience going to the East, in the Himalayas and India and Asia, different Asian countries, and his experience with these masters, these hundreds-of-year-old masters. And within that book, it's a collection of 6 books. The first 3 are just his experience. Just incredibly profound, actually made me sick at times. Like, it was changing my neurochemistry, my neurobiology while I was reading it. And it completely transformed the way I saw the world. It opened me up to things that I had forgotten. My soul, it was things that just reminded my soul of the beauty of who we are and what there is to come. So that's number 2. Number 3 is, I'm gonna go with The Secret. The Secret, Rhonda Byrne. That was the very first movie that I saw about the law of attraction that my friend Jeff Montgomery gave me. Shout out to Jeff Montgomery, that I watched, and it just completely shattered my brain. And the book is just that in movie in book form. So it's pretty cool, and it gives you a bit more workbook kind of stuff, as well as plenty of quotes from just, renowned people that we know throughout the ages that have made a huge impact in society and in our lives as a whole. Number 4, Neville Goddard, Feeling is the Secret. Or I really like this little collection of Neville Goddard books because they're pretty small. It's like called a collection or something. I'll post it in the links. But it's a collection of Neville Goddard teachings, all of his books that are just, Neville Goddard is the master. He's the original, the law of attraction teacher in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I love his teachings because he uses a lot of biblical scripture and kind of reorganizes them for us to understand how that can be easily applied, not just towards a biblical figure such as Jesus, but maybe the true teachings of what Jesus was trying to express to all of us, letting us know that we are all creators, that we are all divine expressions of God, that we are all children of God, and that we have the beauty and the power that God imbued within us as a result of being his children, that source expression. So yeah, Neville Goddard, Feeling is the Secret, or the collection, amazing. And it gives you throw in a little bit of Christianity in there as well. Number 5 is Florence Scovel Shinn, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Yes, she is a really cool person, a really cool early law of attraction writer in the 1920s. And she, in that book, just has so many cool quotes, like I have a ton of her quotes that I've saved just in my little quotes sheet that I like to read every morning. And she, yeah, just has these really quick little, like really fun reminders that you can incorporate and remember that you can then apply. One of my favorites is, let me see if I can remember it. It is, I say this when I'm not in a great headspace, and I say, my supply comes from God and now appears like mushrooms overnight. That's one of the best ones she has. My supply comes from God and now appears like mushrooms overnight. So I say that before bed, and it's like, I seem to like wake up on a higher note when I am feeling a little low. So those are my 5, but I'm going to give you 2 bonuses. Number 6 is James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. That is such a tiny little small book, but it's just amazing, and it's full of wisdom. It's maybe like 30 or 40 pages, and a real quick, fun one. Again, using the biblical quote, as a man thinketh, so is he. And he uses kind of a little bit of scripture in there as well. So he's similar to Neville Goddard in that regard. And then number 7 is the Upanishads, which is a Hindu text. I don't know if it's one of the Vedas. It's one of their main holy scriptures, but it is a collection. The Upanishads is a collection, and I forget who it was edited by. It's like X. His name starts with an E. I can't pronounce it, and I'm not going to ruin it. But it is a collection of sages and holy men that achieved a state of enlightenment, and it is their writings expressing their views of how to express or how to explain God, the Godhead. And it is truly transformative. It will help you understand on such a deep level who you really are and give you so much peace and love and appreciation. And yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful book. And that's it, except for number 8 by Reverend Ike. I forget Reverend Ike's last name, but Reverend Ike, and I forget what it's called. I don't even know. I'll post it. But Reverend Ike, and he has a really cool book, and he was I think he was like an televangelist in the 80s, 70s, 80s, but he was a cool dude, and I very much like Neville Goddard uses a lot of scripture to explain how we are designed to be abundant, joyful, healthy, love-filled beings, and it's awesome. So there you go. So those are my top 5 plus a little 3, and thanks for watching. If you guys have any cool videos, please comment them down below, or books. If you have any cool books, put them in the comments below. Subscribe. There will be more of these videos. I appreciate you so much for watching. I love you. I will talk to you next time.